Welcome to Words of the Wise, a staged reading festival. Today we present to you Open by Crystal Skillman, directed by Sonkin. This play contains mature themes dealing with hate crimes against the LGBTQIA+ community. Before we begin, please no video or photography, and please silence your devices. Please check out the other plays in this program. Now, without further ado, Open.
Open, a play by Crystal Skillman. Characters: the magician, a woman. Setting: a theatrical space, which is revealed to be more than it seems.
I'm here. I'm here. I am here. You're a magician. And here you are. An audience. A kind of audience. Thank you for joining me. It's incredible imagining you here. You look great. Love this. All of it. All of you. You're so pretty. The power of imagination. We are here for Jenny. Jenny evoked me. Jenny called my name. So we must prepare. Why? Well, every person who has ever loved has a magician. King Arthur had Merlin, Claudia Schiffer had David Copperfield, Penn has Teller, Jenny has me. So, we imagine, for I must confess, this world and I, reality, we don't really get along.
She reaches up and pulls a light switch. A spotlight on the floor forms around her.
You clearly don't either, or else you wouldn't be here. And as much as we'd like to go to Vegas, you're very conjured in the moment Merlin Girl lives in New York fucking City. Okay, now, each of these magic tricks I perform tonight, you must imagine. Things have gone horribly wrong, I know. We are in crisis. And what better way to get to the root of crisis than a magic show? And when love hangs in the balance, it is life or death. Magic isn't denial. No one ever said something strange isn't happening over here. It's just simply when I wave my hands like this, that's what you watch. But then, do you see? Flowers! How beautiful. You don't see. I get it. You need a word. You need tradition. Even Chris Angel plays on the traditional. Abracadabra. When I say abracadabra, we will accomplish our task. To bring forth the reality of the imagination. Abracadabra, did you know, means as it is spoken. As I have been brought here, so have you. This magic show is a contract between you and I. Magic is when what we imagine can become real. Abracadabra. Ta-da! Roses! Pink! For you, my dear. Hold them tight. Plastic. Ta-da! Young adult. I've written a book about two boys who use magic. I have researched. I have a book on magic. The Magic of Magic, A History of Magic. I try my best. I practice, I believe, I care. A secret. I've only ever performed for Jenny. Magic only fades when it's forgotten, Jenny always says. Jenny is right about so many things. 1, 2, 3. Balls. Color. What? Do we decide what color? You. Blue, red, or yellow?
Yellow.
The lighting shifts as the stage is flooded with the color chosen.
I see it! Very good! You're getting it! Secrets are the balls we keep in the air. Ours will come crashing down this evening, keeping it all in the air. 3 short acts. First love, commitment, and sacrifice. And 1 extra.
She holds out her hand. A white, gleaming ball of light appears in her hand.
A promise. Step through that door. Will Jenny's eyes say she doesn't know me? Will there be a glimmer? An opening?
The theatrical lighting returns.
Act 1. First love. The first act of any relationship is trust. Trust, ironically, can only grow out of doubt. Something's in my hand. An egg. A tiny bird-to-be still in its shell. Here. Do you hear its heart beating? It asks, how does love grow? Hold this. Now, I take a large red scarf. Do you see? The scarf covers the egg. Hold on to that. That red scarf you're holding, I gave to Jenny. My mother gave it to me. It was her mother's. My mother grew up in Indianapolis. She met my father in Indianapolis. I grew up in Indianapolis. Guess where my grandmother grew up? Lebanon, outside of Indianapolis. Oh, you're still holding it, right? My mother would tell me this story. My grandmother made a wish holding that very scarf, to meet the lover of her dreams. The next morning, my grandfather-to-be walked past her gate. He fell. As he fell, he cut himself on her gate. He called out. She heard him through the window. She raced down. She bandaged him with that very red scarf. Now, she believed in all sorts of magic, old school shit. Close your eyes, she told him. He did. Whispered in his ear, now I must know, when you open your eyes, do you see the world when you look at me? Now, open, staring right into her blue eyes. He did. 3 months later, pregnant with my mother, married, isn't that sweet? The love between a woman and a man. My mother would end the story, looking right at me. Oh my gosh, the egg, did you crush it?
No.
Good. Thank you. All right, on the count of 3, I will remove the red scarf. 1, 2, I didn't say 3. 3. A parrot! He flies! Applause! Thank you, Charlie. He looks like a Charlie. He loves mangoes. things happen in the middle of the night.
Lights shift. She walks through her apartment, showing us.
The things in our apartment decorated and redecorated by Jenny. Kitchen colors. Egg yolk yellow, nacho cheese orange, optimistic peach. Chili pepper lights. She loves lights. Magic posters. Kellar, levitation, self-decapitation, Blackstone, wonder show of the universe, Houdini, our baby blue bedroom. Photos of us, her family. I grab her things, our things, I bring them here. Toothbrush, toothpaste, comb, Harry Potter, including Cursed Child. Do you realize for all the imagination and trolls and magic creatures in those books, Potter always faces the same fears? Do you know your fears? Do you feel them in your heart? Right there. Hold it. Pluck it out. Cards! A deck of cards! My dad taught me these card tricks. Isn't that neat? I've been doing all that. Shuffling is a classic way of waiting. People who wait do a million things. They tap their foot to a song they remember, they wish they were somewhere else, they click through channels, they go through the motions. 828 Broadway, the Strand Bookstore, 10 p.m. Struggling writers work odd hours. We are freelancers. In the basement, aisle A3 Occult is a lonely place. Alien abductions, God in myth, the rapture, Loch Ness, creatures from beyond, creatures under your bed, sexy creatures in your bed. We'd have never seen each other if I hadn't reached too far. Right through the book. In what was once just thick spines, there is now an opening. I look through. I see her through the opening. What's it for? Just some research. I sound like an idiot. I am an idiot. She hands me back the book. We touch. Do you remember that? Our first touch? When a night was a night full of possibilities? That night, I run out of the bookstore onto 13th Street and open my book, The Magic of Magic, A History of Magic, to find a piece of paper sticking up out of my book. A note. Her name and number. Jenny. Jenny. I look up at the lights and into each window and see every lover. There are lovers in this city. Beginning, ending, running. The ink bled in my hand as I ran. Do you know I ran? I ran and no one could catch me. The lady in heels who I bumped who shouted out. The old man shivering. The teenagers turning the corner screaming and jumping and laughing. The man against the woman up against the red brick. My city. How I flew home. Pick a card. Show it to me. 3 of diamonds. Put it back in the deck. Thank you. Her number. 718624519. 3 of diamonds. She picks up. Hello? Hey Jenny. It's, Kristen from, 5 years ago. She picks the place. Marie's Crisis. Karaoke and drink. It's only the 1st of December and it looks like Christmas threw up in here. Silence. This date is doomed. I take out my cards, shuffle. Her eyes light up. Nothing skeptical in Jenny's eyes, just pure. What was that book for? Your research? A writer never wants to bare their soul. I'm training to be a magician. That's what my research is for. Do you like card tricks? Don't fail me now, Dad. Pick a card. She does. Show me the card. She doesn't. Give it back. She leans in. You're a liar. What? The book? Your research? Kinko's on 5th. Fuck. You work there. I recognize you. My office? We copy there. I saw your name on the piles of pages you copy on the side. You're a writer. You write stories. Yes? About what? It's, fantasy. Title? The Magician's Magician. About a teenager, creates a guide of sorts in his mind. He discovers the magic he thinks he can do is real, falls in love, faces his worst fears. Who does he fall in love with? Another boy? I like it. Tell me the first line. Oh, God, come on. I trust her. I do. Okay, this is the first line of my book. Magician, are you a coward? Don't you want to live? She just walks out. Who does that? I can barely make my way out. Past the bar, past the first lines, all those pickups. Aren't you? Didn't I see you? Don't you love? Out on the street. She's gone. I turn to go when I hear, Magician, are you a coward? Don't you want to live? Jenny returns. Here's your research. Piling books up in my arms. Magic book after book. Her own. Stories of old tricks, legends. She has her name written in all of them. These are the books of someone who does nothing but try to believe in something. I don't know what to... I live upstairs. But karaoke? I don't care. Do you? Come home with me. I stand frozen. Jenny turns, her bag falls, a mirror tumbles out. I try to catch it for her, but it hits the ground, breaks, hold it up. See my face. Am I afraid? I see her eyes. No, I'm not afraid. Jenny takes out the playing card, the one she stole, places it on my forehead. I have no way of knowing. I have no skill at this, but I know. Somehow, I know. All the cards melt in my mind, gone, save one. Your choice. Hers. 3 of diamonds. That first night, Jenny asked me, you ever been in love? Well, it lifts you up. How do you show the world who you love? Walking down the street, are you aware of those that shout, but they don't say your name, they call you other things, shouting out at your 15-year-old self, holding hands with your girlfriend? Fucking dykes. You think Indianapolis, so you move to New York, go to school, Columbia, but you still hear, well, I don't care, gay, trans, whatever, just don't show it to me. And do you see the flyers they put on cars at Hell's Kitchen? I'll fucking kill you. This city, my city, the flowers and candles and pictures they put up at Stonewall when violence keeps happening, and it keeps happening. Getting on the subway, stepping off the elevator, look down, don't look down, hold hands, don't hold hands, Macy's. Jenny wants hot cocoa and to look at all the decorations. Jenny wants to walk in the freezing cold and look at all those robots in their displays, which are really just animated doll commercials. She wants to get to know each other. I work at Kinko's and Wright. Jenny assists at a lawyer's office and volunteers at the Y in her spare time. If we can change, the world can change bit by bit. You mean magic? Kiss. After the 2016 election, I can barely get out of bed, but Jenny, she gets me there. A talk at the Y. An expert on civil rights, gay rights. They talk about how even in these uncertain times, we are on a new precipice. We can see where we've come from and where we're going. Don't be afraid. Fight. Believe. I want to believe. Jenny believes in progress. We are progressing. Jenny goes to protests. Jenny loves lights and decorations and magic. How can I not see the world through her eyes? Her eyes flutter, close and open. There were 3 of them last night. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble. I just need a moment. I could barely see her. Between the bruises, the way they told her, it's okay. I'm looking for her. Between what they have done, between the cuts, between what's broken. I tell her, I need to know you're there. I ask her if she can, on the count of 3, can we together breathe? One, 2, 3. Breathe. They wheel Jenny in. They ask me to stay outside, wait in the hallway. Rope tricks. Rope tricks are a classic, but the original Indian rope trick was a 19th century legend. Read about in one of Jenny's books. Used it in my book. The Magician's Magician. My story about the 2 boys who fall in love and are obsessed with the Indian rope trick. According to this legend, the magician's assistant would climb up a rope and disappear into the clouds. The magician would shout up after him, "Come back! If you don't come back, I will cut you as I would this rope." The magician would grab a sword and climb up after the boy. Body parts would fall from the sky into a basket. The magician would come back down, and suddenly, the boy would rise up out of the basket. Whole. My rope trick. 1 rope. Fold at the middle. Cut. Now, 2 ropes. Tie them together in a knot. In my book, the 2 boys would spend time together. Sleepovers. Night after night, they would work on their own book of magic. They would create their own world, safe from the real one. They would make their own rules. They would take each other apart and put each other back together again. They were safe. And blow. The knot moves, and it is once again 1 rope. Ta-da! Pull. Healed. Last night, the minute they rushed her in on the stretcher, rushing down the hall, rusty wheels turning, moving forward. Doctor, she looks kind. She looks kind and sad. Prepare yourself, she tells me. Prepare? For what? She's going to make it. My phone. Delaware. I don't know how they got my number. Jenny must have given it to them. Her mother. What did you do? What did you do? What happened? What happened? I couldn't speak. What did you do? What did you do to my daughter? What did you do to Jenny? Breathe. You are not allowed to see her. Do you understand? Her father and I, we don't want you to see her. You are not allowed to see her in your room. Do you understand? You are not allowed to see her again. Breathe. I see you. I'll kill you. Wait, wait, wait! Do I dare go in? Down the hall, the front desk, the nurses look to me. Do I dare go into Jenny's room? Am I a coward? Ladies and gentlemen, the magician's tightrope. According to ye olde Wikipedia, tightrope is the art of maintaining balance while on a tensioned wire between 2 points. I must stay on the tightrope no matter what is thrown my way. The door to Jenny on one side, me on the other. I must cross. I must open. 1 foot follows. Oh, I forgot to mention. On one side, rising water, oceans, crocodiles, pirates, possibly. On the other side, blazing fire, lava. Either side, death. Do not drop down. Good to see you, little magician. My dad. Christ, not now. Good to see you, little magician. Want to see a trick? My father would drop down. That's what you do to a 10-year-old. You drop down to their level as if you're turning 10. That's not magic, that's regression. What's in your ear? Nipples. Why is that impressive? Who the fuck can buy anything with a fucking nipple? But my father would raise it in the air. Something was born out of nothing. He was an amateur at so many things, but he tried. He cared. He would tell me, only true magic can be done with the belief of others. I still believe that. I still honestly fucking believe. My father caught me crying once. Some girl in high school didn't look my way. I tried to hide it, but my father knew. When he knew, he didn't drop down. He sat next to me. Kristen, it's your life. You're going to live it the way you want to. Just don't tell your mother it'll kill her. Secrets are the balls we keep in the air. That black cloud of a ball, the promise. Descends so slow, I'm losing balance. To the left of me, my mother, the waters rise. To the right of me, Jenny's mother, the fire burns. And above me, my promise. The truth, it tries to crush me. Me, the magician. I fight back. Things I love about Jenny. The way she sits cross-legged on the couch, her love of 70s music, her hatred of Target, her jokes, her hair, her eyes. Do not look down. Days passed into weeks. Christmas Eve. I pissed Jenny off. Some guy at Bleecker Bar asked if she's my girlfriend. I hesitate. I don't know what to say. You always do this. You don't know what to say now, Kristen? You never will. I'm about to lose her. So, I sneak into her building. Outside 4E, I ready my iPhone. I hit play. Jenny's door opens. Her neighbor comes out shouting, "What's this say anything shit?" Me, proudly, "Hey, I'm here to spend the night with my girlfriend." I am spending the night, right? Don't pretend. I'm not. You want to leave, Kristen, you can. Okay? No. Don't disappoint me. I won't. Love me, night by night. No one can believe in forever. I will. I will, Jenny. I spill out, I will love you night by night. Promise me. We will always be open with who we are. I promise. Your magician will never lie. Hey, I want to show you something. She steps out. I gesture magically. Bright, colorful lights flood the stairwell. They're just cheap Christmas lights, but Jenny cries. She weeps as if it was real magic. As if it is. She says it is beautiful. I am. I made it! Applause! Cheers! Standing here in front of Jenny's door. I can't open the door. The nurses watch. I can't. Down the hall, opposite direction. I can't stay here. I have to get out. Your magician will never lie.
The spotlight on the floor appears. She looks at it.
My promise. Act 2, commitment. When has that word, commitment, ever brought lovers together? My mother came home in a new dress to meet my father, like she did every Friday for their date night. Came home to an empty house, an envelope of cash, and a note. It's not working. I've met someone. I'm sorry. My father's note to me, a post-it on my pillow. Kristen, I love you. I'll always love you. After that day, my mother, she breathed, she moved, she walked, but can someone live but not be alive?
Your father left.
I know.
Do you know why?
No. And there is just silence. But in it, I hear,
You know.
how dare she? She says nothing, leaves it unsaid. She's never talked to me about it, refused. She will never know the real me I hide inside me. I could never be open with her. She would never be capable of accepting, and I would never expect, what, some magic words of love, a blessing? Outside, wind, air. This is levitation. I float, no longer bound by gravity. To stay up, I must leave the past behind. Come with me. I go up, 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 into the night air. The stars. There, that constellation, that's you as a child. And me, everyone we know. Charlie, our bird, is here flying with us. Squawk! Higher! Higher! clouds above them. Only they aren't clouds. They are conversations. Conversations stay. I must stay up. I must keep my concentration, but I see our first apartment. Just moved in. Did you tell your mother our new address? Have you even told her about me? And your parents love me so much. They just need to get to know you better. They're supportive. From the moment you told them, it's different. Well, you know, I'm an only child, so they have to love me. I'm all they've got. Well, I was a mistake. How's the book going? I met that agent. He says if I rewrite the last chapter, there's potential, potential, potential. Hey, as long as you create, you've got an audience. Who? Me. I wake up that first night in our new apartment and find Jenny in the kitchen. She can't sleep. A dream. She tells me she was searching the city for me. She was looking and looking for me. Did you find me? I guess I was somewhere watching you. Jenny's home, over Delaware. That conversation cloud? Her family, 2 years ago. We visited them. Are you hungry? I hope you're hungry. They're going to cook steak and asparagus. She was open, always with them. At dinner, I let Jenny do all the talking. She tells her parents the story of how we met. But still, the way they look at me, skeptical. Is this really the one for our daughter? How do I show them? What gifts can I give? What spells can I cast? Later that night, her parents asleep, Jenny wakes me. Let's go to my cousin's house. We pull into the driveway, walk into the kitchen, and my God, there are cakes on top of cakes and cupcakes and coffee brewing at 11 o'clock. You found us okay! His smile, his wife, their kids, the way they introduced me. The soon-to-be famous writer. I tell them the story of how we met. Jenny's aunt. My God, Roger, just look at him! They are any talking getting hitched. Jenny takes my hand, which smells like frosting. My pockets are filled with mini cupcakes. We float out on our happiness. Driving back to the city the next morning. When we get home, I've got that last chapter to finish, the magician's magician. What do you have to do in the rewrite? I don't tell her. She won't like it. In the original, boys end up together. It's a fantasy, actually. They fly away. It asks for a suspension of disbelief. It asks for the power of the imagination, and the agent thinks it needs to be more real. I can do that. I can make it real. Maybe they grow up, and maybe they forget each other, or maybe it doesn't resolve, maybe. Jenny wants to enjoy the ride. She is talking about family. Family of our own. As if we could... Family. Us. Mothers? It's the first time she brings it up. My mind goes cold and hot. My mother, I don't call her, never call her, but Jenny tells her parents everything, even if they don't understand. Words said and unsaid to Jenny. It bothers me. I told close friends, I didn't tell coworkers. I didn't feel the need to be, no. I didn't deny, I just didn't flaunt. I would never, to be safe in a world of you and I. We create what our space is, what we feel comfortable with. And yes, there are so many wonderful people in this city that love us, but in the world, there are rooms where you eat steak and asparagus and look down. There are driveways where you are hugged and take home cupcakes. There are smiles, there are glares, there are nothings, there are somethings, there are... You were never cautious. You never looked about you. And I am aware of the danger, even in a city that loves you, even in a city that cradles you. Jenny. We're way above the city now. Do you want me to show you something? It's very special. It's what keeps me going. There. That's you and I. There in the park. That's us. Only look, see? Our faces. 10 years older. 20. 30. We join hands. We smile. And even though there is so much more upon us, we still walk lightly. We laugh. And when we touch, it is the deep touch of knowing who we were, who we are now, and who we are becoming. You and I. This is the future. This is what I dream of. The act of transformation. I see myself and I'm no longer frightened. I no longer think frightened thoughts of the world. That's magic. And this is magic, me sharing with you. The concentration breaks. We are falling. We are preparing. We made it. Back. Ladies and gentlemen, 7 silver hoops. We jump through hoops every day. Choices that link together and lead us to where we are now. These hoops are unconnected, solid through and through. But watch. Into the hallway, 2 nurses changing shifts. What happened to her? Head struck brutally. Broken eye socket, broken nose, broken jaw, teeth. Jesus, what part of her didn't they break? All this violence in the city. The silver hoops will slip through each other and connect, making it all link. They pass through, as if they don't live here. They see me come back inside. They know I shouldn't be here. They know Jenny's parents are coming. They see me still holding everything I brought with me. Tricks and hoops. This morning, Jenny and I are going to work. Walking. The taxis, the suits, the women with the bags. We are going with them. We are walking with them. But Jenny and I are walking apart. I watch our feet. Me, the Converse. Jenny, the Steve Mattis. Today, neither of us mention it. Instead, she, good luck. The subway, descend, the heat, the smell, my heart, ignore. Cut that out. The agent, he loves breakfast. He loves Galaxy Diner, loves the new ending. He just pushes it across the table. So, we have a deal. With, Random House? Well, what do they say? Do they like the book? The Magician's Journey? The story of the 2 boys who imagine battling the evil magic lurking in the city who fall in love? Do they love it? Well, they just had a book fall through in their young adult line. said it seems decent. Good title. We'll just release digitally. We'll go from there. Should I take it? Agent, dab, egg, teeth. Sure. Okay. Congratulations. I called Jenny right away. Let's meet. Let's celebrate. It's our anniversary, you know. Yes, I know. I had forgotten. See you tonight. All the hoops linked together in one long chain. Unlink them one by one. I entered the room. I see you, Jenny. Free. I work quickly to make your room the way it should be. You have a window in your room. Can you see? I see them. Rushing figures. Your mother with her blue jacket. Your father. I'm not a coward. I'm not running away. I stay. Your mother, hood up, drawstrings closed. She looks around the room. She looks at you. She looks at me. And she hugs me. She holds me. Her body feels soft. Her heart is beating like a small child, like a baby. Your mother sings by your side, Jenny. Baby, can she? We're here. Kristen's here. Your father goes up to all the makeshift decorations I've put up. The flowers made out of newspapers from the waiting room, the origami birds, ribbons made out of ropes, hoops strung like streamers. He is overwhelmed. You're in the middle of the room. Pale. Tubes. Your father stands at a distance. He comes closer. He stands next to me. He walks out crying. Your mother follows. They don't know. They don't understand. I'm going to save you. Imagined audience in my mind. Act 3, sacrifice. The magician's nightmare. Imagine a box.
A crisp, sharp, tight box light forms on the stage.
I shut the door. Only you can see in. I lock myself in. Inside, around me, 10 pounds of chains. In 10 minutes, all the air will be gone. Pluck it out, pluck it out. The key. The key. Only you have it, Jenny. If you want to save me, you have to get up. The clock's been set. 10 minutes. Last night, you insist we go back to the bar where we had our first date. Surprise! Now, 5 years later, now, in front of all of our friends, you hand it to me. My own. All my pages. My printout. You've taken them from my desk and put them into this. My book. The Magician's Magician, bound. Put together for me. And a magic kit. Ropes and hoops and a costume. You're smiling. This is for you, my magician. I love you. It is a great gift of love. It is a generous gift of love. I'm flipping through the pages, and at the end you ask it. Somewhere your aunt is jumping for joy, and I'm reading, will you forever? Commitment. You're the one to do it. You're the one to ask. And it's not that I don't want to. My grandmother, my grandfather, they were happy, but my mother, in front of everyone, aren't things fine the way they are? And I know it when I say it, it isn't true. We need this, I want this, but 5 years is nothing. Why now, Jenny? Don't we have time? Your eyes. Push. You call me a mistake. You walk out. 9 minutes. Magician, are you a coward? I go out after you. Down the street, down the alleyway. A glimmer. A glint. A piece. Pick it up. Broken. Blackened. A mirror. Yours? From the same? From the first night when we were there? Impossible. I know to look into it. Shows me what I am. Frozen. I see my life without. No. I run. 8. Your magician is here. Your magician can't breathe. Get up. You must wake up for me. 7. Come back. I'll find you. 6. The mirror. I clutch it. My hand bleeds. I see only my face. It grows black. 5. I hate myself. 4. I've known it for years. 3. I see myself. 2. Kristen, not the magician. 1. I rush home. West Village, 3rd floor. I look up at our place. No lights. You're not there. You won't pick up. I wait. I leave the light on. I go to sleep. Alone. I wake up. I hear my name. Through the window of our bedroom. A scream. It pierces the city. Your scream. I'm racing down the stairs. I reach the door. There are other voices. 3 of them. Drunk. Mocking. You. I open the door. They scatter like insects. Some lady, I don't know her. She's screaming, calling 911, and you are on the ground. Your hair, blood, eyes closed. Sirens. We are rushed here. It is white, cold blood. They take us down the hall, rooms, so many rooms, and now your room. Jenny, your eyes open. You open your mouth. You are opening your mouth. You are about to... Words. What words? No words. No word. No... Sound. The sound. I know this sound. I've lost others to this sound. There is no magic in this. There is only... Try! Jenny! a magic show. I imagine the audience, I bring them here. Do you see them, Jenny? We are all working together to save you. They believe. They have loved. They have lost someone they have loved, or they wouldn't be here. You'll live. Flowers, balls, 3 of diamonds, Charlie, tightrope, levitation. I'm here! We're here! We're all here! 3 trapped, frightened people holding a girl named Jenny. I love you. I love you, Jenny. Your mother, your father, we're here. We are holding you. We're gone. It's quick. The nurses, as they go, will take the body in a few minutes. Your family looked to me. I asked to stay just a few minutes. They nod. They go. I call my mother. I tell her, the love of my life, my life has ended. I want to end my life. Silence. And then she...
When you love someone, they never die. Live, Kristen.
The blessing. The promise. Our promise. To live. Only it's not how I imagined it. It is another act. I go out into the world and I take you with me. And suddenly I see my future. Your hand, we smile, we walk, only it's not side by side. Somewhere in me is you. Somewhere in you is me. And something opens in me. Something is opening in me. I feel you. I hold on to you. Close my eyes. I feel you rushing through the air, your spirit through my body. I'm not frightened. When I see myself, I see the world. I open my eyes. As it is spoken.
Before the fifth, the minor fall Hallelujah.